Greetings! This is Dr. Akila, and in this video, we are going to talk about fasting and why it's one of the most powerful healing tools ever. This is hands down one of my absolute favorite topics in holistic healing. Why? Because this practice costs you absolutely nothing, yet it delivers everything, and it's constantly overlooked. People chase the next supplement, the latest herb, or fancy protocol, but they forget this ancient powerhouse our ancestors knew so well. I'm talking about fasting. I don't just talk about it, I live it, and I recommend it to everyone, not only for mental and spiritual clarity, but for profound physical healing too. Today, we're diving deep. What fasting really is, its history through key figures, the different types you can try, and the science-backed benefits that go way beyond woo-woo, because this is real, evidence-based stuff. Stay locked in. You're about to learn things about fasting you probably never knew. So, first things first, what exactly is fasting? Fasting is the controlled, voluntary abstinence from food for a set period, typically 12 to 24 hours or longer, depending on the style. We'll cover how to ease into it soon. When it comes to fasting, the key words to remember are controlled and voluntary, because this isn't starvation, it's intentional. In our modern world, most people eat constantly. They start off with breakfast right after waking up, followed by snacking in between meals, then lunch, more snacking, later dinner, and finally, for most, a bedtime snack. We're grazing all day like cows, but cows have multiple stomachs. We don't. This constant eating spikes insulin non-stop, keeps blood sugar elevated, and overloads the system. The average American consumes around 152 pounds of sugar and 135 pounds of flour yearly. Eating like this is fueling high insulin, chronic inflammation, and metabolic chaos in the body. We never give the body a true break. In my book, Whole Body Detoxing, I dedicate a whole chapter to digestive rest. That's the magic window when the body heals, regenerates, and repairs. But constant eating blocks that self-healing process. Our bodies are built to heal themselves. Modern habits just get in the way. Another huge perk for fasting is that it breaks addictions. Many of us are hooked on constant snacking, processed foods, or chemical-laden junk that keeps cravings going. When you fast regularly, those addictions fade away and you build a healthier relationship with food. You also start craving nourishing options instead of junk, and you can go longer without mindless eating. It's a real game changer. Fasting isn't new. It's ancient wisdom. It goes back 10,000 years. Even ancient Egyptians, one of the most advanced civilizations ever, practiced it. Ancient Sumerians did too. Hindu priests, prophets across religions, Jesus fasted, Buddha fasted, and even Muhammad fasted. You can find their quotes praising fasting for spiritual depth and physical healing in their appropriate holy books. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine from ancient Greece, fasted and said, "To eat when you are sick means to feed your sickness." Powerful, right? Even animals get it intuitively. When a dog or cat gets ill, they stop eating, sometimes purge by eating grass. We as humans have lost that instinct because we have constant access to food, and our culture is providing easy access to foods via convenient deliveries, along with making it a social norm to be eating everywhere. Our ancestors didn't do this. They ate far less frequently, maybe 1 or 2 meals a day at the most with no snacking. Absolutely none. We've completely changed and it's costing us our health. Now let's cover the different types of fasting so you can find which one fits you the best. Intermittent fasting. This is time-restricted eating. This form of fasting is by far the most popular form today. You have an eating window and a fasting window. For example, the 16 to 8 method is simply 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of just eating. The 18 to 6 method is 18 hours of fasting and 6 hours of eating, or even the strict 20-4 method, which is 20 hours fasting with a 4-hour window for eating. Keep in mind that your sleep counts towards fasting when you finish dinner at 8 p.m. and eat again at noon. That's easily 16 hours of fasting. If you're interested in doing intermittent fasting, be sure to start off with 12 hours overnight and then go from there. Alternate day fasting. This is eating normally some days like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, while fasting on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Some do water fasting, while others restrict it to liquids only on those days. Liquid fasting. You're only consuming liquids like water, herbal tea, broth, and fresh juices. This is the easiest on digestion, and it gives your digestive system a rest. Monofasting. Here is when you're only eating one meal of living foods a day, like fruit or raw veggies. Water fasting. This is a fast that consists of only water, no juice, smoothies, broths, or teas, just water. If you're going to do a prolonged water fasting, unless you're a pro, please consider doing it under strict supervision from a professional. And finally, dry fasting. This fast is just like it sounds, no food or water. This is by far the most intense form of fasting, and I don't recommend this for most people unless you're super healthy. Always consult a doctor first, especially for longer or supervised fasts. Look these fasting methods over and pick the one that feels right for you and start off slow. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Now here comes the real game changers, the benefits of fasting, which is backed by studies. Let's go over those now. Fasting does the following. 1. It reduces inflammation. Inflammation kicks off most chronic diseases, high blood pressure, dementia, you name it. Even silent inflammation harms the brain, heart, and basically everywhere else in the body. 18 studies show fasting lowers C-reactive protein, also known as CRP, the key marker doctors use for body-wide inflammation detection. Want to feel less joint pain? Well, fasting is just the way to start before the benefits hit your entire system. 2. Promotes heart health. Long-term fasting drops blood pressure, improves cholesterol, and lowers triglycerides. Think about making at least one monthly fast a regular lifestyle habit if you want real, lasting results. 3. Corrects insulin resistance. Huge for diabetics, PCOS, even dementia. Lower insulin means less fat storage. Insulin is a fat storage hormone. All-cause mortality rises with high insulin, and fasting flips that. 4. Boosts brain function. Increases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, also known as BDNF, which grows new brain cells. Yes, we can regenerate them. Reduces brain inflammation, improves Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases, and slows the effects down. 5. Weight loss. Better insulin sensitivity burns stored fat. One study showed that a whole day fasting cut body weight up to 9% over 12 to 24 weeks. Our ancestors thrived on 1 to 2 meals per day with no constant grazing. We can do the same. 6. Increases growth hormone. Makes you younger, stronger, builds muscle. Fasting can level estrogen spikes after 12 hours. Hospital hormonal injections cost $400 to $3,000 a month, and with fasting, you get this for free by not eating. 7. Triggers autophagy. Fasting is an excellent for cellular cleanup in the body. It recycles old damaged parts, rejuvenates organs, and clears out waste, especially when you start out strong with around 18 hours of fasting or more. If you're on a 3-day fast, you'll achieve peak levels as soon as you reach 72 hours. The 2016 Nobel Prize went to Yoshinori Osumi for discovering this autophagy mechanisms, which is a major energy booster, mitochondrial health booster, and anti-aging inducer. And finally, 8. Improves microbiome. Fasting starves bad gut bacteria and lets good ones thrive. It also rebalances the gut and cuts inflammation there too. These aren't one-offs either, and I'm speaking from experience. These benefits can make fasting a lifestyle like our ancestors did and helps the body produce healing compounds. And who doesn't want that? Keep in mind that fasting isn't deprivation. It's discipline, freedom, and tapping into your body's innate healing power. Start slow, listen to your body, and consult your medical doctor or healthcare provider before starting. This free practice changed my life and can change yours. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I would also love to hear about your fasting experience and what you learned so far. This is Dr. Akila. Thanks for watching my video on the various types of fastings and their benefits. If you like what you heard, like this video, consider subscribing and share it with your family and friends. Take care and have a healthy day. Peace and blessings.